What is going on, everybody? J4Y bringing you Game 2 of Dota on Demand. This is the Reddit League. This is going to be a great battle between Metalocalypse and Godsent. Best of 3 series. The first game, spoiler if you didn't watch it, but if you didn't watch it, I don't know why you're watching Game 2. You should go back to Game 1. Anyways, Game 1 going to Godsent pretty convincingly, actually. So now they're going into this Game 2 feeling pretty confident, ready to go. And now in the lobby, just chilling around. I actually was making sure my exploit was going to work, and apparently I had some issues, and I'm glad they didn't start without me. So all the players in the lobby looking ready to go. They're waiting on Metalocalypse before this game starts. So expecting some good pickouts as well as bans come out. As far as bans go, I don't see them changing too much, just because the people they do ban are very intimidating, scary heroes. I mean, like, if they decide to ban, let's say, Windrunner, who was a really powerful mid for Godsent on that Mahjong, doing a great job there, then they're going to leave maybe Leshrac or someone else to be picked up. You know, there's like so many different options that I'm not sure which way they're going to go. Going in. Here we go. Bans and picks will be coming on shortly. Hopefully this wooden PC is not too wooden this time, or the bread PC, the Wonder Bread, the manufacturer. More known for their bread than their computers, believe it or not, but they apparently dabble in both. So yeah, here we go, loading into the game. They do in fact win on the computer side. That is an advantage they have over the Wonder Bread computer. But yeah, going into the picks and bans soon here. Once again, Wonder Bread actually getting in a lot quicker this game. I'm very appreciative of that. But now we're getting in here to the picks and bans. And we'll have to see how it comes out here. First pick now actually going the way of Godsent, of course, since they are switching both sides and first picks and bans. First ban, of course, going now into Invoker. Gonna see if they actually go for the Lycan ban. Obviously, was not hard for them to handle in the last game, so I'd be very surprised if they did ban him this game. You know, he didn't do a whole lot for them, and so I'm not exactly sure that would be the wisest of choices. So let's see who they decide to ban this game. Like I said, they have a lot of different options. So I'm not exactly sure. The Lycan pin actually coming out from Metalocalypse now. So they are not planning on running him, of course, and they now maybe are afraid that Godsent could do it that much better. And you know, they just don't want to have to mess with that at all. So good choice there, I think, to ban him out, because he is just a powerful hero in general.
Dire team ban.
So now another ban coming out, Chen ban. They really don't want to mess with Chen. This is the second time I've seen him banned in these games. Just, I guess, don't want to deal with both the minions as well as that heal coming out. You know, that great team heal to just get everyone topped off once you start losing a lot of health. Very effective in that regard. Nature's Prophet now coming out as a second ban for Metalocalypse. And so, very common for the most part. Chen, of course, the only one throwing me for a little curve, but definitely understandable still. It's not like an Alchemist ban or anything too crazy. Still got 2 more bans to go, though. Godsent lining it up. 10 seconds left before we go into bonus time. Are they going to go with a Darkseer ban is the question. I mean, maybe they want to run him and they will decide not to ban him out instead. I mean, you can go either way, of course. Reserve time now being used on a ban. So really trying to figure out who they don't want to see. Chaos Knight going to be used, and that's a smart ban. It's a very smart ban. Another powerful hero with a great stun, as well as the ability to move heroes around with that Reality Rift. All around really effective. Gonna make sure stream look good. Gonna check the quality. And then third ban coming out now for the Dire. So who are they going to ban is the question. I mean, who was so effective against them last game? I wouldn't say any of the heroes in particular did it amazingly well. I think Darkseer will be an important ban here. I really do. Tidehunter, though, definitely were afraid of that. The Gush and the Ravage were just proving too effective. And there you go, leaving Darkseer perfectly open to pick, and they want to run it. They're taking it. So they're going for the gold here. Grabbing a quick Darkseer, gonna probably pop him already in the long lane, I would guess, but obviously first pick, you can't make too much assumption at this point. And Leshrac now coming out in a quick Rubik. They're going to take Rubik this game. Very interesting. So they were kind of hoping that they were going to get their hands on it this game. And so now Radiant has to think about that. Guys, they really have to decide if, it's going to be okay or not. I mean, like I said, if they go Enigma, for example, I don't think they'd be smart anymore to go Enigma.
10 seconds remaining.
It just wouldn't work out in their favor.
5 seconds remaining.
Plain and simple. It'll get stolen immediately. So now they can plan these out a little more carefully. Vengeful Spirit actually getting picked up for the Radiant here as their second pickup. So a great support hero. They're maybe going to go keep up the minus armor thought. Slaughter could still potentially be picked for them if they do indeed want to go that path. But I don't think they worry about him getting banned or anything. So they have to pick him up here. They could go someone else instead, like their middle hero. Windrunner, I actually would believe they'd pick her up here. No, Sand King. Okay.
Dire team pick.
They want the Sand King. I was really expecting Windrunner there, actually. They ran her beautifully. Mahjong being a dominating force with her in that first game. But, at the end of the day, I guess they'd rather have that AoE potential. And Metalocalypse was the one that had Sand King last game. So now they get their own Earthshaker now coming out. So that's a new pickup this game. With the Leshrac, too, both these heroes going to be interesting to see. They have okay push right now. Earthshaker, of course, more for the roaming ganking side of it. But still an effective one at that. Rubik going to probably end up soloing out a lane. Or Leshrac too. They can both play support if need be. So we're going to have to see what it is. Anti-Mage now getting banned out. Probably an intelligent ban there. It makes sense, of course. Strong carry. And they definitely are probably going to look for a carry in this lineup at the Dire. Looking for someone to do some late game auto attack damage. So we're going to see how that fans out. Enigma actually banned. So they don't even want to have to mess with it. Queen of Pain also banned. But Enigma ban, I understand it, of course. A great hero in general, able to set up a lot of initiations, especially with the Sand King. Oh, that's some massive damage. But, Rubik can sometimes pretty easily steal it if he could just stay out of reach of it and then have that black hole for himself. But they just don't want to mess with it at all. And, kudos to that. That's fine. So then the Queen of Pain, of course, Metalocalypse was a fan of that hero last game. But she was getting pretty stopped in mid. She was having a really hard time with that Windrunner. So it didn't prove to be super effective in general. But if she starts snowballing in a game, she's really hard to slow down. Very mobile, gets a lot of levels, able to blink around, gank very easily. So it's definitely a scary hero in general. Now looking for the 5th ban, actually. And there it is. It's going to be the Windrunner. So it knows the Mahjong will play that amazingly well, and they just are not going to mess with it this game. And definitely, that's a respect ban right there. Hey, they promised me at least one of these 4 heroes that I mentioned. I am still waiting on these 2 from Godsent. So you got 2 picks, buddies. Make it happen. Make it happen. Waiting for Wispy, Luna, Templar Assassin, Lanaya. Any of these will do just fine for me. But probably not going to be the case. Probably going to go for someone a little more mid or carry oriented. They definitely need a middle hero. They do not have one with any of these 3 heroes. And that Windrunner maybe was what they were banking on, but of course it getting banned out. Not going to be the case anymore, but there's tons of options still left on the table. Shadow Shaman might be an effective one. Storm Spirit, even Storm Spirit could actually be really nice if they are comfortable with running something like that. They got a lot of different choices. Not sure exactly what they're going to prefer here. If only I was in their chat, Hans Furman. I've actually wanted to do a cast like that one time. Go in and be in the Skype call of one of the teams and just kind of view it from their perspective. I think that would be pretty hysterical. If you're in their chat, I really hope you're telling them you're letting J4Y down right now by not picking these heroes. You promised. You promised. It was like a pinky swear. There it is! Oh, you crazy fools. Oh, I love you. Oh, my God. Templar Assassin. Can I even cast this game without having a smile on my face the whole time? Oh, here we go. And Brewmaster coming out actually as a pick. I'm surprised he actually didn't. He made through the ban pool, so a great pick up there by Metalocalypse as well. Going to bring a lot of CC as well as the Drunken Haze for Mischance. Going to be really effective against a hero like Templar Assassin who needs to land those auto attacks. So very important there. Shadow Fiend! What is going on this game? Are they just trolling for me? Or for us in general as viewers? Either way, another fantastic hero that I just haven't seen in the longest time. And I know exactly how these lanes are already going to go. That's the beautiful thing about their lineup. I know exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be the Shadow Fiend middle. It's going to be Darkseer in the long lane with the Iron Shell farming. And then the tri-lane Templar Assassin, Sand King, and Vengeful Spirit for a minus armor comp. And the Clinks! For good old Lola. I hope you're happy, man. And F91. This bud's for you. Alright? That's pretty much what's happened here. These picks, this game, I could not be more on the edge of my seat for this one. How it's going to go down. So the minus armor comp, they actually are sticking to it kind of from last game. Except for Slardar, they've swapped out Templar Assassin for even higher damage but less CC. But of course here's what she brings to the table. For all those who are pretty much new to this hero, as she is just entering the scene, she has Refraction, which gives her instances of increased attack damage on attack as well as absorbed any kind of source of damage, up to a certain amount of sources, so about 6 sources and 6 auto attacks, for example, the last rank, for 80 extra damage or absorbing completely. It doesn't matter. It could be anything from a Lena ult to an auto attack from Clinks. I mean, it can be anything. And then she's got Meld, which makes her invisible at the spot, but if she moves at all, it cancels the invis effect, but it's indefinite. It's not a time duration. So, you know, and then if she does get an attack out of it, it reduces armor of the hero. Oh, excuse me, wrong scene. I'm going to get to the right scene here. It reduces the armor of the hero by a significant margin, as well as does bonus damage on the attack. And then her third move, actually I'm going to just select her so you can see, Psyblades is going to give bonus attack range as well as allowing the attack to go in kind of a conal thing behind the hero, which is terrific. And then Trap, her ultimate. So basically, she places these mystical traps that basically give a small vision around it. It has a really far range. It's pretty much the whole screen here. I can draw it for you on the screen. Oh, actually, no, I can't because it's paused. It's pretty much, as you see my mouse, all the way around is the huge radius it encompasses. Only 11-second cooldown, down to 7 at the last rank. Have up to 11 traps, as well as 50% slow. This is what makes her so great of a ganker in general. A huge range, AoE slow for fights. So a powerful, powerful ganking hero. And the reason, like I said, from the minus armor... he called it right. Yeah. I am just full-blown very happy about this game in general. They went my TA. That's all I wanted this weekend. Oh, that's all. It's only Saturday. This could happen again for all I know. But here we go. The Dire in the meantime. I guess I'll reintroduce you to these players if you didn't watch enough from the first game. We got Jay Gabriel on this Earthshaker, Martin Reed, the captain, going on that Shrek, 999 going to be on the Brewmaster, Santa Claus on the Clinks, and then Kerwin is going to be on the Rubik here. Meanwhile, on the Radiant, we got Flies Killers on the TA. Be looking at him for most of the game, to be honest. Mainly Scratch on the Sand King, Captain Bread on the Darkseer. I like this mouse out of that. Captain Bread. And then Sliffers on the Vengeful Spirit. We are actually missing the 5th and final hero in their lineup. That's going to be their middle. That is a scary laugh. And that's Shadow Fiend for you. And that's going to be Mahjong. So we'll see how he does on the Shadow Fiend as opposed to Windrunner. I don't think he'll have any trouble last hitting with this hero. If he could do it with Windrunner, Shadow Fiend definitely has no issues. Of course, I mean by that as Necromaster. Every time he gets a last hit, both a kill or deny, he gets a soul. Each soul gives 2 damage to his auto attacks. And he can up to 12, so up to 24 bonus attack damage he can have stacking up with all those last hits. So very, very impressive in general. I think he'll have just a great time in the middle. And he's going to be up against what I believe, is it going to be Rubik? Okay. It could be Rubik, I'm not exactly sure. You see a Brewmaster going in the short lane, of course. And they might run a tri-lane Clink Shaker's Leshrac. Interesting. Second time I'll see him in a tri-lane now. Definitely off the wall there. And Rubik going to already place a quick ward. Just give vision. The Radiant also giving some good vision to themselves to ensure the ganks here. But they're going to go kind of a similar strat with this tri-lane at least, although it's not, of course, the same CC amount. But the Fissure as well as the Split Earth from Leshrac is a lot of CC. The only problem is Clinks does not have one of his own, so not the best tri-lane hero in my opinion for that reason. Good banners, good luck, have fun coming out from the Sand King. And we're going to be underway. So it's going to be a solo Sand King? No, it's going to be a duo lane, maybe. Oh, no. Are you really putting a solo Templar Assassin down here? Oh, they were probably expecting Clinks to be solo. It's going to be definitely rotations at this point, then. Because they have to. They really do. Unless Darkseer is jungling. Which he definitely is jungling, now that I look at his item choice. So it's going to be a jungling Darkseer, which means they pretty much have to run this duo lane, although it's going to be a solo Brewmaster. So no, not really. I think Ventral's going to have to rotate down bottom, and he's going to see it automatically. TA has no range at level 1, by the way. 140, it's pretty much melee when you see 128 on Earthshaker. That gives you a good feel for it. So already going to have a lot of issues in this lane. And actually a quick ward coming out to also give vision there. I feel like they're going to need to buy a TP as soon as possible to help her get any kind of farm. Good deny coming out. But she's gonna, like I said, she's gonna have. If she gets caught out with a really good Fissure and a Splitter, she doesn't have Meld yet, so she's not gonna be able to escape. But at level 2, she should at least be pretty decent off. I feel like she can go into that Meld, and stuns I do not believe reveal you or do not make you come out of stealth. It's not like a channel; it's just kind of an effect. So she's not going to instantly die, but they do have these two abilities don't require a target, so they can keep spamming off things like that. A Diabolic Edict does hit invisible units, by the way. So another thing she has to be wary of for this. So she's going to try her best here to try to get some farm, popping Refraction to try to get some last hits, because like I said, it gives some damage bonuses. Plus 20 on this next auto attack, going to get some. So she's doing just fine actually right now. But it's also because the lane is pushed up to her, so she can last hit against the tower pretty easily with Refraction. And getting that Meld level 2 to ensure her safety, very smart choice. You see 11 souls already, so that's just showing how easy of a time he's last hitting. Oh, I'm sorry, 11, 12 now. Yeah, it's going to be up to 12 souls, so 24 bonus damage, 10 and 4 is his record. Now look how much auto attack he's bringing on this Rubik. Telekinesis is going to be used just to make sure he gets out fine, but that's all his mana. The clarity is going to come out. He does not want to lose this, or else he's going to have a lot more trouble. Because as soon as Shadow Fiend gets a couple more ranks into the Shadow Rays, he can already do 450 damage to this Rubik if all three of those land. So how's Brewmaster doing meanwhile by himself? He's up to 5-0 compared to a 3-1 Templar, so probably having an easier time because it's only a duo compared to a tri-lane. But either still, this is a pretty scary duo. Double stun comp. And Sand King looking to get all the farm for a quick blink. You see, oh, a Split Earth. I would not have initiated with that. Refraction coming out to block a lot of damage. Mel comes out. A ton of damage with that Refraction, actually. She is doing more than fine right now. Just showing how amazing Refraction is early on, too. It's adding 40 bonus damage for 4 attacks. Unreal. And actually, Ventral's rotated down now to set something up. There's pings coming out that they have this ward for the vision, so that's not going to be able to set up anything they need to. But they have to be scared of this Templar. A tri-lane, and I mean, just the Refraction is that strong. This is why I want to see it exactly. Already loving it. Going to try to maybe harass out the Striker a little more. So you saw the rotation. It's going to be now Sand King left alone against Brew. Brew should easily be able to win that lane out. Or at least get free farm. Here comes the Fissure, though. Here comes the VA, though. Fraction going to turn it around. Can he get the kill? One more attack, and he's going to get it. First blood to the Soul of Templar Assassin. Now here comes the Vengeful to get a stun out, but she doesn't have anything else. She's just trying to use the Meld for some bonus damage and reduction of armor, but it's just not enough. Not going to pop that Clarity, probably, to get her man up. What's she going to spend her gold on? Just some boots for more speed, but a great start already for this TA. Wonderful job there. Meanwhile, in middle, Shadow Fiend just having the time of his life. Has a bottle, too. 1. Count it. 2. Could he land the E? Oh, he should have used just the lure. I think he had a bottle, and it just saved his life. If only he popped that spell a second earlier. Let's blame the server delay. Blame the delay. Here we go. Rome comes around, just knocking the clarity off. Fissure comes out, but obviously Refraction going to block all this damage. Now here we go. Shaker once again in trouble. Gonna fall again. Can the Clinks kill him in time? No, he's gonna juke him through the trees, and he's gonna survive. The Split Earth, in fact, misses, and now he has to fall back. TA gonna be just fine. Level 5 already. Just going so well for her down this bottom lane. Fantastic job coming out already from this bottom lane. And it's only 2 versus 3, but they have the experience advantage as well as the refraction advantage. I mean, it really is a refraction advantage. I do want to call it that. Just absorbs a ton of damage, especially from nukes. You saw the Fissure and Split. These spells are not hitting her up front. So she's at full health still at the beginning of the fight, and just hitting for 60 bonus damage now in attack. Gonna pop it again. If they can get a stun here from Vengeful, yes she is. That is definitely a deadless track. No, the fish is going to land actually perfectly, and it's going to be just fine, but just barely. I mean, 2 more attacks, the track would have fallen, just showing how powerful that spell is time and time again. In the meantime, Shadow Fiend popping these illusion orbs, looking to maybe get some rest now, but Fate Bolt's going to say no to that. Going to make short work of that, I should say. A bottle now flies out to Templar Assassin. So, a pretty good pickup, actually, because she does spam that Refraction and Meld pretty regularly as a hero. So, you know, going to allow her to keep up her mana in these lanes without having to buy, like, a Ring of Basilius or anything. Here we go. Shadow Fiend going to get the pick off with the last Shadow Rays. Now level 7. These nukes just doing a whole ton of damage. Going to be up to 300 once he gets his next point in it. There we go. And this just being really a great couple lanes to them. Once again, getting a huge advantage in the laning phase. The only one I haven't seen maybe is this top. A 26-3 Sand King versus a 14-0 Brewmaster. Brewy boy, you gotta start making a comeback in these last hits. See, pinging out the Templar Assassin, who is almost 6, and they don't have any sight detection yet. So she lays those traps. Going to be able to place them strategically in this lane to set up even more easy kills for her and the Vengeful. And actually, speaking of heroes I haven't talked about this game, Darkseer level 6 coming with the Iron Shell and the Soul Rune. Maybe looking to set something up. She does have her trap, and she already placed one now by this shop, so we're going to give a vision of that at all times. A really smart choice to position it there. Another great one, of course, would be to put one just right around here and maybe right around here. To have spots in those locations would just be able to set up kills very easily or defensively. And then maybe one more around here. Actually, a Split Earth already coming out. Some extra damage. Refraction is going to pop now. Going to look to turn it around. And here she goes. She popped the meld for the Maya's armor. The trap going to get detonated. But she just can't follow up because the Clinks is here to ready to lay on some more damage. So she's going to be just fine. But still 2 versus 1. Obviously having no issues. Another trap placed. Could have gotten picked off. Possibly Clinks was able to react in time. But just not able to. And now Fissure, Airshaker coming back, and more harassment from the Shadow Fiend all day. This Rubik can just not stay in lane. He's way too squishy, bottle or not. And here we go. Templar actually has a double damage rune. Now looking really scary. Slow's going to not get detonated, though, unfortunately. And she's not going to be able to follow it up. Where did that rune come from? I don't even remember her picking that up. But she has it, and she is scary with it, especially with the refraction. Just amazing damage coming out already at this point in the game. A quick trap, gonna try to detonate it, but just not close enough. So just really anxious to get a kill here. Shadow Fiend pushes 8 minutes. Oh, the power of Shadow Fiend. Hitting for 140. Brewmaster, though, in the meantime, does get the kill on Sand King in combination with the Rubik. So at least there we go. A kill finally coming out from Metalocalypse. But a little too late. They need to keep doing that thing. Shadow Fiend landing it on the Windwalk. Clinks, can you believe it? A fantastic spell hit. And now he's going back for more against the Shaker. He's hasted. He's doing a ton of damage. Fissure going to land. The tower hitting him pretty hard. But here he goes. Actually, the Fissure blocking perfectly. A wonderful job. Oh, but TA is not afraid to die this tower. For actually blocking all those attacks. And he's still going to fall to the Templar Assassin. Just the advantage going up and up. But phase boots now finished on the TA. So just going that much faster, you see the effect. Sand King actually in the meantime getting a kill on the Brewmaster with the Vengeful Spirit. So a nice pickup there. Had to use the Epicenter, but totally worth it. Definitely a good kill there. You're seeing the splash effect coming out from the side blade, so great there. Actually, here we go. Darkseer using the Ion Shell. Klinks is like, has to wake up. This guy's like, dude, look, you're taking damage. And actually down the middle of them, oh my god, is he going to do, how much damage can he possibly do? Vacuum going to be used. Going to pull all three together. Huge damage. And that's going to be a kill on all three of those heroes for very little. Amazing vacuum combination with the Shadow Feed. That is a deadly, deadly combination. Just do tons of AoE damage. Beautifully set up. These guys make some intelligent team lineups. You don't even realize it while they're picking. You think they're almost trolling you, like Shadow Fiend and Templar, and then you see it work, and you're like, wow, they actually have thought behind this, and it's amazing thought at that. Shadow Fiend plus Darkseer is very underrated, I feel like, but the vacuum plus that huge AoE from both his ulti and his Shadow Rays is just amazing, and he already has a 10-minute blink. Oh, that's scary. Now with the vacuum, he's going to have an amazing time with it, and a good ward here, by the way, placed by TA. So, going to keep the sight of that rune. They don't even need a ward if they so choose not to. Fortification used on the Dire, trying to keep these towers alive, and they're going to be able to for now. But there's still 3 heroes here, including the Darkseer, who has a rig of health. Going to go for a Vanguard. Going to have it soon, actually. So let's see what happens. Klink's now going to actually spot this Shadow Fiend. They're going to maybe look to turn around. No, they realize those are illusions. So they're just going to hang around. In the meantime, TA, oh, just farming away. Not the best creep sword because he was against a tri-lane, but still 3-0 makes more than enough for all those creeps you missed out on. And going to get all these creeps. I love seeing that side blades come out. It's just so fun to watch. Actually, here we go. The Shadow Fiend looking to go on. But there is 2 heroes as well as Klinks. Maybe the ping comes out from Klinks. He knows the Ventral's here and wants to open up on her so very badly. But Shadow Fiend going to get fissured out. And here we go. Klinks is actually already out. Going to pop the strafe to do as much damage to Vengeful as possible. But Rubik already died. TA came in the mix. And now they're looking to maybe do some more damage. A trap comes out. The refraction's still up. Are they going to be able to do anything? Templar Assassin maybe diving a little too far here. But Shadow Fiend has the blink. No, it's not delivered yet. Oh, he can't go in yet. A good slow trap, though. Refraction up again. This is definitely, look how much damage with, in fact, the combination of the meld, reducing her, shredding her pretty much with all that reduced armor. Now the top lane going to get pushed by the Darkseer and the Sand King. Brewmaster cannot do anything about it. It's 11-1. This is even more of a great advantage for them than last game. I mean, 11-1 is just a stomping. I hate to say it, but the gold graph's going to prove me otherwise. 10,000 gold and almost 12,000 experience. Just playing lights out is this Radiant team. They truly are. They're lining things up amazingly well. TA doing a great job at ganking, knowing exactly when to leave. Actually getting a Force Staff. Very interesting. You normally actually see Blink Daggers come out for Templar Assassins really early to line up their side blades and their refraction as well as meld to get that really good jump on someone. Force Staff will do pretty much the same job. Also increase your mana pool, which is always really nice to have when you're an agility that has low mana to begin with. Here we go, though. Action possibly going to start here. Leshrac going to look to open up with a Split Earth. No, just use Diabolic E. In the meantime, the Split Earth is now off cooldown. But is Leshrac going to pay for it with his life? Going to use the stun on Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend actually is going to drop before he gets his ulti off, but TA is still in the mix. But now the refraction's up, and he's going to fall very quickly. A very squishy hero without the refractions. It's a 3-for-1 trade, just being way too aggressive, giving Klinks a gold streak advantage. And now he's going to finish up his treads finally. Pings galore coming out of the tracks. Like, hey, bros, push that lane. I'm coming. Just really wants them to go down there, and it's still 20 and 15 seconds on these 2 heroes, both Templar and the Shadow Fiend. So it makes a ton of sense. Here we go. Now they are coming down the middle lane. They need, though, health. I mean, the Fissure is going to be all Earthshaker can do, because he has the Echo Slam but can't get in melee range. He'll die pretty much instantly. TP comes in. All 5 heroes are alive. You see Templar Assassin now teleporting in. Going to look to maybe set something up with a nice trap. What does she have? She has her Force Staff this time, so it's going to be a lot more mobile in this fight. See if she can make it pay off. Ion Shell coming out to just push the lane just a little bit. The trap giving a little vision as well as slowing a hero. Oh no, Rubik is very caught out and uses the meld, but actually comes out of it for whatever reason, is going to fall and going to die for it. Now this for Templar Assassin being very cocky with that laugh. Not cool. Not cool. Where's your manners at? Shadowfeed now pushing this bottom. Templar Assassin bottling a double damage is probably worth noting. Oh, actually, Shadowfeed blinking in and gonna get the last hit. Now ulting, I'm sure, trying to do as much as he can. Explodes and kills Clicks instantly just with the ultimate, showing how much a level 2 ult can do with pretty much maxed out souls at this point. Oh, that was a ton of damage. Clink's also a very squishy hero to note, and didn't even get his belt of Ogre Strength. Or I'm sorry, just Strength in this case. But yeah, I mean, just a ton of damage, and actually another Tier 1 tower falls. Now yet another Tier 2 under pressure. A Tier 2 mid already fell, actually. So this cold advantage, once again, just swinging way in the favor of Godsend. Brewmaster coming here with a... Oh, I'm sorry, I thought he had a blink. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty impressive. But no, actually, Templar Assassin now kind of actually going way ahead. Force Staff going to allow her to escape from the splitting earth. She needs to fall back pretty much immediately. They're trying to be way too aggressive at this point. They need to pick their fights wisely because they don't want to throw this lead away. I mean, it'd be pretty challenging too, but they could easily if they just keep throwing themselves in like those 3-on-1s. I mean, they're going to eventually lose a lot of gold and experience by doing that. Sand King, in the meantime, spent his gold. I'm not sure on what. And meanwhile, TA actually gets a kill on the Shrek. I'm sorry I missed that. Does not even use the Force Staff for it. The trap now, is she going to try to go 4 versus 1? She does actually have support in a double damage rune. Here we go, the vacuum, but there is no real AoE to follow it up. And now Brewmaster going to ult just in time. This is going to definitely be painful for the Darkseer as well as the Vengeful. Vengeful going to fall. Darkseer the next to fall. Kentag will kill Clinks. Yes! Just in time, but telekinesis now being used. And she's going to Force Staff for self-safety. Epicenter up the thing. Going to be now used. Coming in the Burrow Strike. Going to be just enough. Templar Assassin going to get the kill on Brewmaster. Now Ruby get a lot of trouble. Triple kill coming out for Flies Killers. A trap now used on both Leshrac as well as Earthshaker. Shadowfiend ready to use his ultimate, but doesn't even need to. A couple attacks come out. Gets a kill. Leshrac now having to run, but just not able to do so successfully. Going to get caught out here by the Force Staff and the Meld. Ton of damage. Ultra kill on the Flies Killer. And they're going to look to push this Tier 2 tower with a very easy time, I should say. And the Blink actually Shadowfiend. Is he going to go Ethereal Blade? Please tell me. That's the only reason you have a Ghost Scepter. Oh. I'm sorry. No offense to Metalocalypse, but this Godsend is just becoming one of my favorite teams. Just from their picks and their items. Just... it's going to say Caster's Dream, man. And here he goes, trying to do some damage. Rubik actually stealing the Shatter Rays, which is a great spell. Well, not terrific. I guess you can only use it once, which is actually interesting. I wonder how that works, but I'm not going to get too into it now. The Fissure are actually going to miss. Clinks is looking to scout this out. Are they going to have what it takes? Telekinesis now flying on the Templar Assassin. She's going to pop Refraction to absorb a lot of these hits. And now actually the Echo Slam comes out. Some big AoE damage, and so is the Shadow Feed, plus the Vacuum. Tons of damage coming out now. Earthshaker as well as Brewmaster are going to drop to the Shadow Feed. And now Leshrac on the run. Are they going to be able to chase him down is the question. Are we going to see the Slow Trap going to be used in the Refraction, plus that Shadow Feed unstoppable. Triple kill for him. And this is 26-7 at the 18-minute mark. This is almost brutal, to be honest. Tier 2 tower going to fall. Protection used to try to hold off as long as possible, but there's no way they're going to keep this alive. Going to drop. Demon Edge already on the TA, so going for what I would expect MKB, but also could be a Daedalus if she so chooses. So TB's back to base, 1,400 gold. Gonna see what she decides to do next. Darkseer, scan out the area, has the pipe actually. I believe it's just the hood Defiance now. He's gonna have his hood going for that pipe. Very typical build on Darkseer. Vengeful, of course, just being a support, not gonna have farm. Sand King desperately close to that Blink Dagger. Just needs maybe 1 or 2 of these creeps to get it. And Shadowfiend, I swear I think he's going for the E-Blade. He has to be. You don't get a Ghost Scepter on Shadowfiend unless unless you're going for E-Blade. There's just really no reason. Especially, the only auto attacks you really have to worry about are the Clinks. I mean, Brewmaster, you could say that, but he uses his ult for most of his damage, so not too scary there. In the meantime, here we go. Shadow gonna pick off the little Shrek, as well as try going this Brewmaster now. The swap was gonna be possibly used, but just not able to. And the Shrek's just getting picked off. Nothing you can do against the Shadow Fiend, just way too much burst damage. Also hitting for about 180 in attack. And that's with 0 points of this Vengeance Aura. Once that starts getting leveled up, watch out. You're gonna have a bad time. Now looking to push this middle lane. There's still a tier 2 tower actually up for the Dire in the top lane. I think they need to push that down. That way they can just smoothly go in between these different lanes. Telekinesis coming out as well as Spell Steal. Gonna take the meld. I guess her survivability and armor reduction purposes not terrible. Refraction probably would have been preferred, but you only get what you get. Earthshaker now using the Fissure, actually really intelligently, but the Vacuum gonna try to use it on top of the ulti. Shadow really trying to get it off, does in fact with the Epicenter, huge damage. The wall comes down even, but it's a little delayed, doesn't even matter at this point. Clink's now in a heap of trouble, taking a ton of damage to the Ion Shell. Is he gonna run out the clock on this Clinks? No, he stops chasing. If he just walked a little bit faster, he might have had it. Vacuum comes out now, the Force Apples TA does tons of damage coming out. Brewmaster getting some good dodges, but not enough. Shadow gets a monster kill. Godlike actually picks. Are you kidding? He gets the kill in the fountain with his spells. Wow, Mahjong. You deserve to be on the team called Godsend. What an amazing play all around from this team. Really fantastic. Just hitting all the spells they need to. A TP coming out. Vacuum used before he can even Fissure though. He's not going to even get his Fissure off. Or is that going to slam? Gonna just drop again. The melee barracks now dead, or actually in the process of dying, not quite. Magic Missile picked up actually for Rubik. Could use this really well defensively. Gonna try to use it here, as well as Telekinesis on the Templar. Can they kill her in time? The Refraction as well as the Surge gonna keep her alive. Vengeful has to run. You poor sap, can you survive? No, the Magic Missile, ironically, is gonna be the downfall of her. But 33-8 now the kill score. Barracks does at least survive, but tier 3 drops, and I mean, that is just unfortunate for them. At 21 minutes, you do not want to be losing your tier 3 towers, I'll put it that way. MKB is going to be the item of choice. You see the Javelin actually in the item slots here. And they're going to look to maybe make their first tier 1 tower push as a team here. And boy, do they need it. The gold graph now, let's take a look at it. Okay, yeah, 25,000 gold difference for the favor of Godsend. And it's about 25,000 experience too. Why not? Just throw it on top of that. I mean, what are these levels? Shadow Fiend's 16. We have a 15 TA. The highest levels I see coming out from the other team. I mean, you've got a level 10 Rubik, and that's pretty much it. And Brewmaster. I mean, they're just in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. And I mean, it's once again the laning phase. They're just getting stuffed out. You would have thought that Tri-Lane would have done really well against the TA. But she still held her ground in the Refraction, just proving to be an amazing early game as well as late game ability to block out those early nukes, so that way she can still stand in the fight and just take auto attacks instead, as well as dish out some insane damage. I mean, adding 40 or 60 attack damage for 4 attacks is really amazing if you think about it, especially if you reduce the armor with the meld on top and the bonus damage. I mean, just all around. Really easy for her to set up some kills. And then the traps on top of that? Yeah, definitely no issues there. Orchid trying to be built on Clinks, but just barely starting the first Oblivion staff, so not even remotely close, unfortunately, to that. Gonna try to check out some more graphs here in the meantime. The gold per minute, 510 on the Shadow Fiend, 440 on the TA, 350 Darkseer, and 320 Sand King. The highest gold per minute is 219 on the Rubik. Everyone else is under 200. Just showing how this game really is just one-sided at this point, unfortunately for this team on the Dire here. And remember, in the Game 1, if you're just joining me, Game 1 was in fact won here by this Radiant team. And actually, initiation now on Rubik, he is going to fall to the Ion Shell. No Shadow Fiend. Could get the last hit with just one auto attack, hitting for 170, so no issues for him. Does get the E-Blade. That's actually what did it. He has 116 agility, so that's going to hit for about 200 of a nuke. Not even strong at all, but he doesn't care. He just wants to build it. And now they're going to push out this middle lane. Going to try to finish this melee barracks. Vengeance Aura finally starting to get some points. This is all without Vengeance Aura, mind you. How much damage these people are hitting for. And now Melee is going to fall, and he's going to blink to dodge. Really nice dodge on the split earth, actually. Clink's just all he can do is sit there. He can't even do anything else, and they're going to finish off both Raxes and rotate here to get the last kill on this top lane. Refraction plus double damage, plus 300 damage here for TA. Amazing amount of damage. Although Sand King in a lot of trouble. He's going to get Echo Slammed. That was a waste. And now Refraction going to come out. 2 hits. Oh, the Brewmaster going to kill him. Shadow Feed. Oh my god, that was an ultra kill. The vacuum plus the Shadow Feed, all way too much damage, and they're going to fall. Trap comes out. Are they going to just try to find him? They don't even have dust or anything. There's no point for that. And they're pushing this down. It's probably going to be a GG. That's the power of the Godsent. There you go. Even plugging their own name into the game. I don't blame them. I told you guys to pick TA, man. You guys listen and see what happens. You get good karma from it. Just an amazing hero. I need to see her more. MKB finished. Definitely a competitive hero. I mean, people weren't sure how she was going to fit in, but she honestly has a great potential. If she can get some good farm, not even great farm, just decent farm, and get a couple of these items, at least a 4-staff order blink to set up the kills, the Refraction does all the survival for her, really. And actually, a Spell Steal coming in the Darkseer. What did he get is the question. He gets the Ion Shell. It's just throwing it on the Leshrac. It looks very funny. But actually, now the Vacuum coming out. Templar Assassin trying to survive. The Darkseer wall's going to land and do some decent initial up front. But Brewmaster going to get the kill the Vengeful Spirit. Clink's trying to finish off the Refraction. But no, he's going to get turned around on him. And he's going to die for it. Clink's now falls. Brewmaster going to end up losing his ultimate just now. And here we go. The Telekinesis comes out. The Vacuum now used. Insta-gibbing 2 heroes. Brewmaster really should not be following this. He's trying to get a kill, but he needs to be in melee range to do anything. The wall's going to pop that illusion. Tons of damage is coming up from TA. A triple. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ultra kill comes out for her. 42 to 10. I can't believe it is the record at 26 minutes. 52 kills in this game overall. Oh, boy. Godsend, you are playing quite a game so far. And of course, at this point, you already know what's going to happen. I mean, it's just the snowball, the snowball, the snowball. Once again, you know, the Dire, while they have some good late game heroes, just are way too behind at this point. Absolutely way too behind. Elven Dominator, plus another 3k gold on top of that, already built up for this Shadow Fiend. Templar Assassin has another Demon Edge. Tell me she's just going to go for a Divine Rapier. Shotgun Blast comes out for Shadow Fiend, and does end up getting the kill on the Shrek at least, who steals the Shadow Race now. And here we go. Sand King killing Rubik with the Epicenter, but now getting hunted down. Templar Assassin in the back doing way a lot of damage. Now going for the Brewmaster, easily going to pick him off. Clinks is the only one to survive, just running away. Top lane is going to fall, and Templar Assassin Shadow Fiend is easily going to do enough auto attack damage to kill it. This is going to be probably GG. Very, very shortly. Sand King! Clinks, can you do it? Yes! He gets the kill! Worth it. Worth it for sure. Although his barracks is drop behind him. But no need for those when you can kill Sand King, right? Doing the most he can, I'll put it that way. They're now pushing in just for the final tier towers. Gonna probably go for this middle lane. The trap comes down. Here we go. Actually, Shadow getting blasted down because he used the Ethereal Blade. Shadow bites back instantly, though. Selling his boots for boots of travel, I'm sure, just to be able to come into this fight. Yes, he does pop him. Coming into the base now, or very shortly. And a Mithril Hammer. Why not? Doesn't matter. Gonna now go in here, do some damage to this tower, trying to knock it off. It's the last tower. That's thing defending the Dire's Ancient. Just trying to do some harassment damage here is the Shadow Fiend. Another great juke coming up from Shadow Fiend, but now taking a lot of damage again. You just died! You can't fall again! And now he's using his E-Blade. He's getting now Telekinesis. Just CC after CC after CC. And Clinks is not going to be able to finish him off, though. TA now using the 4-staff to try and kids. Oh my god, just one-shots a hero. Almost going to 2-shot. Oh no, if he uses this in combination, yes! Look how much AoE damage he is doing. Oh my god! Oh, that's insane amounts of damage. Clinks even falls. This is unbelievable how much TA can pull out in these fights. And now she's just hunting. She wants this Earthshaker, but doesn't see him. Oh no, gets kited out, and that is going to be GG. Game 2 also going for this Godsend team. Call me maybe is right. Metalocalypse tries their best, but at the end of the day, just is no match for them in this series. Great job. TA and Chaffine proving that they are viable picks in any kind of lineup. Well, Gabe, thanks again for joining me, everybody, here on the cast. I really appreciate it. This was J4Y from Dota On Demand. Check out www.reddit.com/r/RDTL. You'll see the full schedule as well as casters when our streams are going to be up. I know personally I'm planning on casting a European game at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. That is Sunday. So feel free to stop by then if you are awake for whatever reason. I know I will be. But like I said, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And I hope you all have a splendid evening.